Hey everyone, it's June 3rd of 2018. It's about 1:30, I believe, 1:20, 1:30. It's been a pretty chill weekend. Actually, it's pretty relaxing, chill, and then chill because the mornings over the last week when I've been running, it's been God, I don't know how to say it in Fahrenheit because I have my phone on Celsius because I want to be, I don't know, like the rest of the world. 20 degrees Celsius, I believe. Or, yes, Celsius. And then, so that'd be about 70, I think, Fahrenheit. I don't know. But it's been pretty warm. And then the last two mornings, maybe three, probably two, though, have been really, I'm not going to say cold because it's been a lot colder, but it's felt weird going from like a high to low really quick, but if anything, it's felt good. I mean, getting a sweat on, and then when you're running, and then when you like turn around, like when I turn around to come back, or when I'm going there or whatever, I'm sweating, and then when you get hit with that cold air, it kind of like it just it's like it's like a drug. It just feels amazing. I'm completely clean. I know I'm boring, but it just feels amazing. Like when it's really hot and like it's all sticky and like you just feel like bleh, and it rains. Oh my god, I love like that feeling of like it's like in the Shawshank Redemption when Andy Dufresne, crawls through the sludge, and he's in that like I'm not gonna say pond, but in the water, and he just like looks up and he's like just has so much emotion. That happened to me one time running about 2 years ago, 2.25 years ago. Oh, it felt so good. But yeah, it's been a pretty uneventful weekend. But I was wondering what I was going to talk about in this vlog or this video, whatever. I hate saying vlog. It's, ugh. But I just thought like escapism and using, I'm not gonna say passion, but using a hobby, no, not even a hobby, but like stepping away from reality to let your mind go at ease. Like it could be movie, music, um, reading, going out for a walk, doing pretty much anything just to get your mind away from whatever you're dealing with at the moment. This has been a big part of like my life since like high school. I was not really a loner, but I just didn't have that like one solid friend that I, could chum around with. I don't know if I was just antisocial or I was just, I don't know, I just never had that one person. And through college, I've had people that I've known for, my entire time, but like I've never just had that one friend that I could uh like really go to. And after college, I've had like a couple people I could chat with, so that's been nice. But not like every day to like hassle them with it, because that's, you don't want to do that. Even like with a doctor, sometimes you need to get by on your own, and if you need help, seek help. But escapism does help because if you're thinking about something, whether it be a test or whether you have a problem in your mind or something physically or mentally in your mind, if you just get it off, if you think about something else, it helps. And one thing that has helped me this last week, I still am big into comic books, and a few years ago I would just go to the comic book store and I was like, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm not going to buy anything. And I walk out, and it's like when you go to a grocery store, okay, I need milk, eggs, and bread, and then you wheel a shopping cart out with 80,000 things in it. So, I made like piles of, I need to organize my desk better, but I made piles of comics. These are comics, and these are the comics I want to read, which my first one this week, that not that I was like in any like dire trouble, but kind of got my mind away from things, was Suicide Squad, and the title of it was Volume 3 Freedom. I don't know, I've never, like, I'm into comics, but I don't know how to say like the all terminology, but this one, it's funny, when the Suicide Squad movie came out, I bought this right before or right after I saw the movie, this is like, I'm trying to think, 5? I have the other ones, the other issues that's come before it, so that's volume 3, and I think there was 5 or 6 volumes before that, and it's just a continuation of a story, and I love the Suicide Squad, I love that. But that's for another day, that's for another video. But I made this pile of comics that I still need to read, and of course, when I read, whether it be a comic book or just a regular book or even a newspaper clipping, I need to get it done fast or I'm going to procrastinate or I'm just going to stop. So I saved like the biggest comics that I have. So the first one, I have the first two kind of like, I'm trying to figure out which one to go first. But the first one on top here is Crisis on Infinite Earths, and it's an older, I feel like a kid saying this, but I love looking at the pictures when I read, and that's why I think it takes me so long to read a comic, because I just like, I don't know, I read and then I like look at the pictures and gawk, and it takes me 2 or 3 times longer than it should. But I'm excited for that one, because that's like whenever a movie or a TV show comes out, that this one's always brought up, and a lot of them, including, I believe, The Flash. I haven't seen The Flash in years, like since the first season, actually. I watched like the first few episodes of the first season, but then I watched the first 2.5 seasons of Arrow. But I think this gets brought up in a lot of like DC conversations. And the next one, this could be the first one, second one, I don't know, but Final Crisis. This one, from what I hear, it's like one of the quintessential, God, I hate saying words like that, like DC Comics, and these two are fucking massive. So I mean, I'm excited to read them, but it's going to be the thing where I need to read it, and I'll stay up until like 1 o'clock, and then I'll get like 2.5 hours of sleep before I get up to run. But okay, so let me get these organized right. Next one, I started this one a few years back, and I don't know why I don't hate it, but I just never, like, I was reading it in a waiting room somewhere, and I went in for my appointment, and I just never like picked it up again. I don't know why, but I'm gonna pick it up because, okay, Jim Lee was part of this, so you gotta read it. Batman Hush, and it's like the artwork in it is just phenomenal. It brings a person back to the old like Batman animated series, and it's just a cool looking comic book. The next one is one of my personal favorites. Personal favorite comic book characters. My 3 favorite, I'm a DC guy, but my 3 favorite comic book characters in DC Comics are Cheetah, the Wonder Woman villain, which I'm so excited she's the villain in the new Wonder Woman movie. I like her because she's, how do I say this? There's a comic that I don't know which one. She's just batshit crazy, and there's no reasoning with her. If she sees something, she goes at it, and she doesn't fucking stop. And then maybe it's just the comic that I read. Maybe she's different in other ones, which probably that's the case. But it's like she's a freight train, and it's just, I don't know. Every time she's in a comic, she just catches my attention. In no particular order, Cheetah was the first one. The second one is Red Tornado, because there was a comic, like one of the first 10 comics I ever got. Red Tornado defeats a villain in a certain way, and I think the storyline is Justice League Tornado's Path, I believe. Read that and just wait until the ending, and I love how he defeats the final villain using his powers. I'll just say it's a tornado. He uses a tornado a certain way, and I was in 7th or 8th grade when I saw that, and what that means that I was like 14 or 15, and I'm 27 now, and he's still, 12 years later, he's still one of my favorites, just because of that. Like, there's 2 pages of panels, and it's still embedded into my mind. But the third and final character, and I was so excited at the end of Justice League how Deathstroke made an appearance, and I love how he's like the best anti-hero of all time, because he's not misunderstood. He just has a job and he does it. That's it. And I am and was and whatever, a big fan of the Teen Titans show from back in the day. And I remember whenever Slade came up, or Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be a big one. A big episode, and oh my god, he's just one of my favorite characters, and I'm just so excited to start reading these. So this was Deathstroke, Gods of War, Volume 1, or Volume 1, Gods of War, and then one after that, surprise, surprise, Deathstroke, Volume 2, and this is Lobo Hunt, so he takes on Lobo, so that should be a good one. But I highly recommend, if you don't know who Deathstroke is, just look up his story, because if you think your family is nuts, and I know it's just a fictional character, but his family, my god, I would love to go to their Thanksgiving dinner, because there's a good chance like they would try to kill each other, because they are just batshit crazy. Then the next one, I read, I thought it was more than one, but I may have just read one, Justice League Dark, because I heard that they were going to make a movie. And I thought Guillermo del Toro was going to direct it, but I think he dropped out, or he wasn't going to do it. But Volume 2, The Books of Magic, and then Volume 3, The Death of Magic. So, pretty excited, and for something like that, it's really dark. Like, I know Justice League dark, but a lot of it is like whoever thinks this stuff up, this is batshit crazy. Even like just for a comic book, it's fictional, but you just look at it, and major credit to the people who wrote it and illustrated it, because they do a phenomenal job just fucking with your mind. Then the next three are, I got this probably 4 years ago, and I've never read it. Why the Last Man? It's the book, I think it's, yeah, just the first, like, thick book. I think it has 3 or 4 different stories in it. I'm excited to read that one, because it's just a different story, and who wouldn't want to be the last guy in the world? And I know I kind of like flipped through the book just to see what it's like, and I know it'd be a little rough being the last guy. But then the last two, I say these for the last two because, like I said, I love the illustrations a lot. And like Why the Last Man, it's greatly illustrated, but it's not as like eye-popping. And the last two, kind of like the same thing. Crisis on Infinite Earths isn't either, but that one's just epic, so that's like in the top 2. Suicide Squad, this is an older one, Trial by Fire, and then Suicide Squad, The Nightshade Odyssey. So, yeah, as you can tell, I'm a big Suicide Squad fan. But, yeah, I'm excited to read these, and I think if I ever have a problem and I need to just get my mind off it and start reading, I think I'm pretty set for, I don't know, at least the next 30 years. But, yeah, I know this is going a lot longer than I really expected it to, but, like I said, it doesn't need to be comics, but if you are suffering from a problem and you just need something, you don't want to talk to anyone, you know, like, not, and I'm not saying you're going to hassle someone, but if you just want to just, like, be by yourself, you know, pick up a book, or put in some music, or watch a movie. And if you have a car, you can go to the movies. Just be careful if you're feeling a little rough. Just make sure, just like, as soon as you get behind the wheel, just think don't hurt anyone, or have someone take you. Heck, call a taxi. Be safe. Hell, even get a drink then. Then you can just drive the taxi home and be nice and chill. But, yeah, just escape reality for a little bit, and it'll help. Trust me. But, I hope that this helps, and have a nice rest of the weekend or whenever you're watching this. So I'll talk to you soon.